Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out for the 4th annual Memorial Day. We have some special guests. So we have the man, middle, and high school band along with their instructor, Marty Ojeda. We have the VFW Post 6153 and American Legion Post 103 of Chapmanville, and the DAV Post 39 of Hearts. So I'm going to turn it over to Larry, and we're going to get this started.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Every year you come and we really enjoy coming. You guys treat us right. Treat us good. Right now I'd like to introduce everybody to you. On the far right there is John Tony taking the pictures. Okay. Next is Larry Roy. Give a hi. So next is Ron Lucas. Next is Brian Brumfield. Next is Tulo. Oh no, Bob Donovan. Okay, we call him Tulo. Okay, next is Harley Wiley. Next is Jerry Freeman. Next is Bill Martin. And right here is Shorty Fry. And my name is Larry Workman. We really thank you guys for doing this for us. We're going to have a little ceremony here today, and we'll start out by playing the national anthem, and we will raise the flag, and then after that, we'll have Mr. Barker come up and say a few words, okay? So at this time, would you please play the national anthem? That was a real nice job. So right now, without further ado, we're going to introduce you to Mayor Chapmanville, who I graduated with, Maggie Barker, in 1964. And we really do appreciate it. Let's give a big applause for Mr. Maggie Barker.
Senator Ojeda, ladies and gentlemen, veterans of the United States of America, thank you. This day, proclaimed by Congress many years ago, set aside to remember those who have served the country in uniform, and those sainted, beloved, who have gone on before. And we set aside a day in this country to remember the sacrifice, the great gifts that men like these have given us. We would probably be speaking German today if it wasn't for men willing to take arms and defend the country. I am a recipient, as you are, of the blessings of this great liberty. I thank God that He has seen fit to bless our country with such great men and women who have given so much to my freedom and yours. I'm proud to serve this town as your mayor. I'm proud to serve in any way possible. My life has been one that has been dedicated to service. Not everyone who serves is in a uniform, but all serve with our hearts, with our motivation, with our minds, with our spirit, and with our souls. Some pay a terrible price so that we can have what we have. So we're here today to remember those who've gone before and to thank those who are willing to step forward in their shoes and pick up where they left off. President Kennedy said that service is something we all do. He said that the energy, the faith, and the devotion which we bring to this endeavor, the endeavor of service, will light our country and all who serve it, and that the glow from that fire will truly light the world. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for lighting our world and our great country, the United States of America. God bless you on this great day.
Thank you, Raymond. Appreciate it. Okay, next we're going to have another speaker, Mr. Ojeda. Would you please come forward?
Yay!
Mayor Barker, family and friends, fellow veterans, I want to start off by saying thank you for not only myself, but my senior senator, Dr. Ron Stallings, who can't be here today. He's actually at another function going on over in Boone County, paying tribute to our veterans and speaking about what Memorial Day means for all of us. When the rich wage war, it's the poor who fight and die. Think about that. When the rich wage war, it's the poor who fight and die. And I will tell you that if you look at the history, you'll find that many of those poor come from right here. Of course, they come all over the United States of America, but many come from this area right here. What a lot of people don't realize is that Logan County sent more people to Vietnam per capita than any county in the United States of America. A lot of people don't realize that the 38th parallel runs right through Boone County. And that Korea and this area hold a lot in common in terms of temperatures and in terms of terrain. So during the Korean War, they specifically targeted people from this area because they knew that our young men could hack it. They knew that we could handle the terrain, and they knew we could handle the temperatures. Now, we don't get to pick our battles. We just fight them. Luckily, we come from an area where I know that my family educated me about service. And I think that the majority of people around here come from families just like that, which is why we've always had people willing to stand up and answer the call. Is Memorial Day really that important? Memorial Day is really for those that were left behind. It's important to look at this day, think about the sacrifices that were given for those who paid off. But we also need to remember those left behind. These people standing right here, Purple Heart recipient. Make no mistake about it. Today for them means something a little more. Because many of them today will be focused on thinking of their brothers that never made it home. This is also about thinking about the families of those who lost more than most. It's thinking about the sacrifices that they have to endure because their loved one went off, answered the call, and never come home. It's important for us to remember why these days are so important. There are many ways in which a person can lose their life. A person on this road right here could jump a curb and take this man out right now. Could be a drunk driver. And it's really hard to justify that. But for those who have lost their loved ones in the service of this nation, it's easy to justify. Because you can at least know that you hold pride in your heart in knowing that you had someone in your family that cared enough to pay the ultimate sacrifice for you. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why it's so important for us to pay tribute on a day like today. I will tell you that it is only the World War II veteran who knows what it is like to storm the beaches, Omaha Beach. It is only the World War II veteran, and I'm trying to find my Aunt Katie. It's only the World War II veteran who knows what it is like to stand up, hook up, and exit an aircraft in total darkness under heavy volume of enemy fire over Normandy drop zone and have to fight his way to the beach. It is only the Korean War veteran who knows what it is like to fight in an area where the temperatures dropped well below zero, where they had to take the clothing off of the dead to put the clothing on themselves to give them a better chance to survive through the bitter cold, with human waves of enemy coming at them, fighting at the chosen reservoir, which they are now known today as the Frozen Chosen. It's only the Vietnam veteran who knows what it is like to fight, send each other at heels, like throwing meat into a grinder, only to finally take the hill and then have helicopters land on the top of it, load the Vietnam veterans up, and fly them off to the next battle and give that same terrain right back to the enemy. I will watch today one of my favorite movies, Vietnam era movie, Hamburger Hill. And every time I watch that, I can't help but think about what our Vietnam veterans had to go through during that war. It is only the Desert Storm veteran who knows what it is like to build up forces for 7 months in the Saudi Arabian desert in intense heat, constantly stopping what you were doing to don full mock gear with gas mask because the threat was real. To be told that there's only going to be 300,000 of us, but we're going to face 500,000. But don't worry about it because we're going to win because we're better trained and our equipment is better. But we are going to take heavy casualties, but we'll win. It's only the Desert Storm veteran who knows what that feels like. It is only the Iraqi war veteran who will know what it is like to drive on the roads like Route Iris, listed as the most dangerous stretch of road on the planet, which daily was riddled with IEDs and VBIEDs that took hundreds of our soldiers. It is only the Afghanistan veteran who will know what it is like to fight in the Hindu Kush mountains of Afghanistan, where behind every tree can be an enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important for us to remember this day. It's important for us to take the time to reach out to those veterans that you know and tell them thank them for their service, but also give them some time, because today is a day about remembering those who never made it back. And every one of these men right here standing here today, I know for a fact, has those names. And today we'll be focused on paying respects to them. I want to thank each and every one of you all for giving me the opportunity to come here and speak to you all. Remember, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. O'Gara. I wanted to bring up another about our veterans. We were up Force Lawn Saturday, and we put 1,400 some flags on the veterans. And I'd like everybody to give them a hand for their work. And I get to introduce this guy right here this year. His name is Shirley Fry, otherwise Charles Fry. Now we will hear a song from the band. Thank you very much. You guys do a real great job. I really do appreciate it. Okay, right now we're going to have the firing of the 21 gun salute.